Have you ever had a task to do and the deadline seems so far away? And you're like, okay, well, I got time. Let me just push it off to a later date. And then before you realize that task is knocking on your door, banging on your door, asking for the rent because it's time to pay what's due. Why is that? Why is it that when we have more time to do a task, the task stretches out, but it speeds up when we have less time? And there's a law that explains why this happens. And today I'm going to go over 3 productivity hacks that will allow you to get more done in less time. And so, what is this law? This law is called the Parkinson's law. And this law states that when you work will expand to fill the time it's completed. And so Parkinson's law, work will expand to fill the time it's needed. So if you have a deadline for a week, or you give yourself a week to do something, the work will take a week because the work will fill the deadline you laid out for it. If you give it a shorter deadline, the work will fill that deadline. And so we have to use this law to our advantage. And so we'll dive in and explain deeper. So the first part for productivity hack is to set deadline, set a tight deadline. And so I don't know about you, but sometimes we don't set tight deadlines, and that can be an issue. And so I'm going to draw a little calendar for you. All right. And so we set tight deadlines. Why is this important? As I stated, when you set tight deadlines, according to Parkinson's law, you're able to still complete the task because the work will fill the time you give yourself to complete that task. And for example, your boss comes up to you and he says to you and your coworker, you have 7 days to get this task completed. Okay, your coworker takes the full 7 days, but you analyze the content of the task and you're like, I can complete this really in 2 days. And so you're able to complete the task in 2 days. And essentially, you gain more time because you are 3.5 times faster than your coworker. And so you're getting things done faster because you set a tight deadline, you analyze the content of the task, and so I can do this in less time, really. And so we have to cut out the fluff, analyze what we're doing, and say, okay, I can make this deadline closer because I know that I can complete it sooner. So the next productivity hack is the next productivity hack is to use time blocks. And so we have to use time blocks. And right here, I'm going to draw a little clock and a hand. All right. So we have to use time blocks. Why is time blocks important? It's important because when you have a task to do and you say, okay, I'm just going to do this today, this task today. Well, when are you going to start? When are you going to finish? And so if you don't have a start time or a finish time, the task may take all day, which is a waste of your time. And so, and the thing on time, now time is the most valuable resource for human beings because it's the stuff that life is made of. So you can always get more resources, you can always get more money, but you can't get any more time. And so once your time runs out, you're done. So it's our duty to be more efficient with our time because it's a limited resource. So we use time blocks. So you say, instead of a whole day to do something, I'm going to dedicate 45 minutes to do this task in this specific time frame. And during that time frame, you're more efficient in doing what you're supposed to do. Like, for example, if you're trying to go to the gym, you say, I'm going to go to the gym today. I don't have a specific time that I'm going to go or leave. I'll just decide when I feel like it, right? Well, first, you're wasting time. You're wasting your day, first off, not knowing when you're going to go and how long you're going to go. You're wasting time that could be used for something else. Another thing is once you have a start and an end date, like for our end time for the gym, you say, okay, I'm going to go from 11:30 a.m. To maybe 12:30, right? And so during that hour or time frame, you're going to be more efficient. You're not going to be on your phone scrolling and maybe doing half sets and things because you have a specific time to get this task done. So you're going to be more efficient. And so using time blocks are very important. The next part is to stop overthinking. And I'm going to draw a little brain here. And we have to stop overthinking. So we're going to cross it out. We're not going to go all in circles thinking about what we're doing. So if you are attention to detail or a perfectionist, you may overthink your tasks. Like for example, like for me, this is a problem with me with overthink. You want your task to be so perfect that you end up spending what could have taken 10 minutes, maybe takes a half an hour, which is a waste of time. You have to have the feeling of, okay, this is done. I'm not going to work on it anymore because it could actually hurt what you're doing. And it's hard, it's tough for some, but you have to stop overthinking. Now, if you're getting feedback that you're just submitting something and it's not good, then you should spend more time on it, obviously. But these are the things that can help you use the Parkinson law to your advantage. So Parkinson law again states that when you're working on something, the work will expand to fit the time allotted, which means that the more you give yourself to do something, the longer it will take. The less time you give yourself to do something, the less time it will take. So in order to be more efficient with our time, be more productive, more efficient, we have to learn to set tight deadlines, use time blocks, and stop overthinking. And if you use these 3 productivity hacks, you will become more efficient and more effective. And really any aspect of life. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.